You know, we are sharing a mic, so it took me a minute, and I'm already so nervous to be in a college. I never got to go to one. So I'm going to rely heavily on you guys to kind of come in and make this chat work. Will you help me, please? So I'd like to start first off with a poll saying that how many of you believe that you are conventional? Wow. Okay, so the conventional ones, unconventional ones, can you stand on your heads, please? You know, I feel that there is so much pressure on everyone nowadays to be conventional, to be unconventional. Everybody is looking for some sort of an X factor. I think disruption is the big word that everybody talks about all the time. Like, for instance, right. So, you know, we're all just under this pressure to constantly be different from everybody else. But I'm here to say that I believe that we don't have to pick a path between the two. And we'll get to why I feel that very soon. So the first way to become unconventional is to know what conventional truly is. So the Oxford Dictionary describes conventional as being based on or in accordance with what is generally done or believed. Fair enough, but generally done or believed by who? You see, I believe that being conventional or unconventional is at the end of the day a function also of the time and place that you belong to. For example, I was growing up in the 80s, and women at that point were expected to be demure, to be soft, and to be almost invisible. But I was an ambitious woman. I was loud and outspoken and had a plan for my life. Come 2022, we now look around and all the girls that I see all know what they want to do. They're all ready to lean in and to be leaders. And so what used to be unconventional in the past has today become the norm. Similarly, in terms of a place, when we look around here, we see the gorgeous Dame Judi Dench at the London Film Festival. She's on the red carpet and she's wearing a black salwar kameez. And here we have our very own Tiska Chopra, also wearing a very beautiful black salwar kameez and standing on the red carpet of the Mami Film Festival. How many of you feel that Judi Dench is conventional? Not that I can see. And at the same time, she is considered to be unconventional because of where she is. But Tiska, being here, is considered to be very conventional. So there you see time and place. You know, I think a lot of people resist being conventional because we believe that conventional is boring. And that's not surprising because if you look up on Google, these are all the synonyms for conventional. I don't think anybody really wants to be known as hacky, formalistic, unoriginal, unimaginative. It's really quite understandable why everyone wants to move away from what is the norm today and right now and be something that's totally different. If you go onto the unconventional side, everything stands for something really special. You become unorthodox, unfamiliar, you become individualistic, distinctive, and my personal favorite is free-spirited. Which one of us wouldn't want to be one of these? You see, the desire to be unconventional stems from the need to be different, to stand out. And like I was saying, in a world that is full of disruptions and so much noise where everyone is looking at you and saying, look at me, I'm shiny, I'm bright, I'm better, choose me. How do you come out there and stand up for yourself and be chosen as the one? I think that that's not a function of doing something that's away from everything else. It's a function of being relevant in somebody else's life. And where does that relevance come from? To me, that relevance comes from being your own true, authentic self. So here's the idea I want to share with you all today. What if we all decided to just break the conventions of conventional, unconventional, and drop all labels and just come out there to just become our own true selves? But you know, this is all talk. How does this play out in real life? Well, my real life is based a lot on the real life. So let me tell you guys a story. In fact, maybe we can build a film script together here. Right? We're in a college, so I guess you all know this. You meet people, you band together, you become friends. And then there's some adversity that you face, and then you all fall apart. And then something within you finds it to come and stand up and be strong and become friends all over again. Now, how many of you would feel that that's an unconventional story? Not really, right? Hacky, cliched, seen before. And yet, oops, okay, right. So, here we go. Here are 6 pieces of content that we see that are based exactly on that idea. Then why is it that these films and that show have all been called things like path-breaking, distinguished, distinctive, something that resonates way above and beyond, new, fresh? Any of your favorites in this? Also, anybody notice that it takes 3 guys to make a friendship film and 4 girls? But we'll break that convention later. Why is it that this conventional, boring, standard story that we were discussing and wouldn't want to greenlight is something that becomes so different and something that stays with people for generations, resonates with people on a level, whereas there are so many other pieces of content that come out that nobody really remembers after the Friday, after the first 2 minutes on a streaming service, after the interval in the theater? I believe that it is because of the authenticity of the creator. These creators have taken things that we all know and understand and relate to and put in their own tadka, so to speak, about honesty and their own lived experiences and shown us something that we all relate to through the prism of their own being. And that is how these pieces of content become something that's potentially timeless. Generations come and watch, and they still feel that it's fresh, it's new. It's something that they want to stay with, and it's not something that's cliched and hackney and something that they've seen before. You see, convention, to my mind, is a runway. It's not the final destination. Too often we find that people come, especially when they pitch content, whether it is to a streaming service or to a studio, and they all want to do something that's hatke. They want to be different for the sake of being different. They want to do something that they know and leave it behind so that they can do something that they don't know, just because they believe that somebody else may resonate with it. That never goes down well. We all have to use what we have and take it forward to the next level. Find what you have to say and you will find the best way to say it. It doesn't have to be unconventional. It just has to be yours. So now, don't get me wrong. Being honest and authentic is not necessarily something that's going to make you unconventional. But what it will make you is definitely unique. I started this talk and named it How to Be Unconventional. And here is the answer I believe to be true. The only way you can be truly unconventional is to be authentically you. And that's the only sustainable truth. Thank you for listening.